If you've never woken up with a head full of locks and then went to sleep with a patchy DIY buzz cut, I don't really think you know what a bad day is. If you've never grown up in a household where hair length is a sign of beauty, and if you cut your hair or your hair is short, regardless of whether or not it looks good on you, you were treated as less than, let me tell you something. You don't know what a bad day is. I just really wanted to talk to y'all about my natural hair journey because it feels like no matter what I do, I'm always on it. When I was a little kid, I had natural hair, obviously, and then I got a perm. Most of us have been through it. We know the trauma of the perm. I grew out the perm. I was given another perm. Yes. I started to grow out that perm, got fed up, cut my hair off, and didn't say a word to anybody. I think I was like in the 9th grade. Were my parents a fan of this decision? Absolutely not. I was so excited. I have not seen curls in my hair in literally years. I used to just point to like random models and be like, that's what my natural hair would have looked like. So the very first time that I big chopped, the day after, my mom took me to get a Brazilian blowout. I feel like every time somebody steps back into their natural hair journey, they start off with Cantu. Don't do it. I was at Dollar Tree getting those little $5 Cantu containers, and then I was just like, why does my hair look like this? My hair was low porosity. I didn't even know what that meant. I went online, I saw girls doing the porosity test. I did it. I was like, oh my gosh, my hair is low porosity. What did I do? Shea Moisture low porosity line, and then I started putting placenta spray in my hair. I think it was like goat placenta. I didn't even know what a placenta was. I came home, I was using it. My mom was like, search up what placenta means. I was like, if it works, it works. I did not care. I love that spray. Bring her back. Natural hair is not for the weak. After that, I think in about 10 months, it was manageable. So I mostly did braid outs. When I was living in Jamaica, I lived with my aunt and she did not buy hair care products like that. So it was like moisturizing with lotion and slicking my hair with Eco Gel. Like, it was not a good time for my hair. Freshman year of college, I cut my hair off again. And that was because knowing that I did not have the right hair care product, I was bleaching my hair. I once put bleach on my hair, went to run errands with the bleach on my hair, washed it out, didn't like the color, bleached it again. I was one of them, okay? I was bleaching my hair all the time. When I cut my hair off my freshman year of college, it was definitely just because I didn't like the way that my hair felt. Like, it still curled and everything, but I just didn't like the texture from all of the bleaching. So I went bald and I stayed bald for most of my college career. And I think it was my junior year where I decided to grow my hair out and get locks. I got locks with extensions. My natural hair has terrible shrinkage, so I wanted the extensions for weight. I fail my hair in different ways in different phases of my life, essentially. That entire lock experience was absolutely terrible. She was not the one. She was not one of them ones. Like, that lady was unprofessional on many levels. I think my first week of having those locks, one of them literally fell out of my hair, like straight from the root, and she told me it's because my hair was dirty. I hadn't even washed my hair yet. I didn't put anything. I didn't even do my edges at that point. And eventually it came to the point where I just couldn't stand it, and I cut all of the extensions out, and I ended up cutting out some of my natural hair too because I got fed up of like combing. So I just was like, and I was just like, girl, I'm gonna have a bowl cut. I'm gonna have a bob. I don't care. I just cut it. And you know what? It was going good for a little while, honestly. It felt so much lighter. I got a new lock tech and she told me I have thick hair with thin strands. So actually the weight of the lock extensions was damaging my natural hair. And I grew it out for a while. And I had my locks for a year and a half, and I grew them actually to a pretty decent length. I liked them. Like, once they started to get a little hang time, I was like, oh, she's cute. That was short-lived. During the era, I think right after I graduated, one of my sisters had come over. I asked her if she could help me brush out the ends, because if you ever had locks with curly ends, you know that it'll lock into the form of that curl, and I didn't like that. So I was just like, can you just help me? And she was like, oh, I think you missed an extension. And I was just like, oh, you could just take it out. And I just heard snipping. I look, and it's like a pile of like my hair, and I looked at her and I looked at that and I was like, that's my hair. She was like, oh, I didn't even cry or anything. I was just like, I was mad. Like, I was obviously so mad. And then I tried to like cut my hair so that it was even, but then I just cut it all off, and I was really sad about that. Honestly, that was actually top 10 my most traumatic moments ever. I was like, the time I decide to grow my hair, something like this happens. And the next day I went to a barber shop and I got a buzz cut, and my hair had like the rows from like where the locks were. So it was a buzz cut with little cubes, and I was like, Just can't get any worse. This is back in like June-ish, and I've been growing my natural hair out ever since. I mostly wear wigs right now. We're at the length where I cornrow it, attempt to cornrow it, but now I'm just trying to grow it out and find a solid routine. I've learned only 2 lessons from my 3 major hair journeys. The first lesson would be don't let people play in your head. Don't let people play in your head. Oh my gosh, do not let people play in your head. I will never do anything like that ever again. I will deal with my own hair until I find a trusted stylist and stick with them forever. And the second lesson I learned is that I need to prioritize moisturizing. That was literally my hair journey. We're still on it. We're in the very beginning stages of it. And I just hope that I don't have to do a 4th big chop. That would actually suck. But you know what they say? They say 3 is the magic number. And this is number 3. All of this hair trauma that I've been dealing with just means that there's something that I haven't learned that I need to learn and retain. I'm also going to be focusing on a lot of hair content because I'm trying to wear my natural hair more. I have really bad natural hair insecurity. You know, I wanted to create a nice community, a good space where we could just talk to each other about natural hair and the struggles that we face with it. And if you guys have gone through traumatic hair experiences, drop them in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe and all that other stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.